Thanks for joining today's session. And today's session, we are going to be looking at how are we going to deploy the Llama model and DeepSeek model locally on your laptop. I have a MacBook here, so I was trying out in my local laptop and how we can build some cool application using some agentic AI framework like a LangGraph. Okay, we are going to do more on hands-on today. Before jumping into the session, if anybody want to know what is DeepSeek, and I'm happy just to please make sure that you guys are having a view at this. This is under the Data Ops Labs India website, in the YouTube channel. And you can see we have the recording, the previous recording we had described how we can deploy the DeepSeek R1 model on AWS Bedrock. Okay. It is simple and very straightforward. We have all the instructions, step-by-step instructions we have covered on the session. Feel free to have a glance at it. So let's come to the today agenda. What are we going to do? It's going to be very simple. We are going to discuss about what is Ollama, what is Open WebUI. Then we demonstrate some nice use case with the LangGraph and LangSmith, how the use case looks like. Okay. What is Ollama? It is a framework for running a large language model locally. So it install locally, and from there you can like how do the git pull? We'll git pull the model like Ollama pull model. And from then, you no need to connect to the internet. There is no APIs to be done. So you can access your model locally. So it is because you no need to worry about paying for the API cost or anything. And you can run as some batch process, research, or if you want to build some cool application which you don't want to send any context and publicly try out with something like a OpenAI or ChatGPT, you can try out with the Ollama model. And it is very simple and straightforward. I was playing around. I'll go through the simple steps how we can install. Second point we are going to touch about the Open Web UI. It's it's just it act like it's a UI where you can connect your model at the backend. If you're Ollama, it automatically discover the Ollama model, and from there you can have a nice cool interface. The Ollama, whatever you're deploying, it's a CLI. You can do the prompting via CLI. But if you are installing a web UI, it's very intuitive. You can try out your use case uh, from the UI itself. Okay, you can like how we do the Open ChatGPT, how we have it. You can do mention. You can have the same kind of similar experience in our Open Web UI. We're going to be touching that part also. So simple instruction: download the Ollama and install. The second step is pull DeepSeek, and then for the web UI, you just need to do the Docker run. I will show the commands I have done so that you will be able to understand. So as I mentioned, like this session, we want to keep it super hands-on so people have a time. Okay, let me bring that on the screen. Okay, cool. Let me bring out this to the screen. So if you look at it, Llama plus these are the two models I have here. The size is 1 GB and 2 GB. So make sure that you have enough size to run this model locally. So the first command, I just need to go here and install it. If I come here to the Ollama website, yeah, I'm here. This is the Ollama website. You can download this model. You can go to the Ollama website, click on download. You can download it and run it on any kind of any kind of OS. I'm using Mac, so I'm running on a Mac. If you're using Linux or Windows, the same thing. Okay. And you have all kind of models, the Gamma model, Llama model, it's all available. So I'm testing out with a Llama and DeepSeek. Okay, I have some cool observation when I'm running this in an agentic, a small application I built, and I will explain what is my observation also when we are using this particular one. Okay, let us go ahead and download it. And after download, you have to run this Ollama full then model name. So model name, you can click on a model. Let's say if you want to have Llama 3.3, you select which million parameter you want. Okay, if you wanted this latest one, take this Ollama, run, it automatically download and run. Okay, this is about the Ollama. After running this, you can have some kind of cool testing. Let me check whether I have particular terminal to do the testing. I can do this Ollama, run, latest, exit and hash. Okay, who invented code generation model using Ollama, and then I have changed that code generation model using a code generation model using the Ollama and embedded that Ollama model through the VS Code, so I can live with all the prompts within my VDI within my VS Code goes to only the local model for inferencing. Then I have talking about this is the model I'm talking about. I Open WebUI, the second instruction I told, right? So once you've done it, you have to install the Open WebUI. So I installed it and I did a port redirection. Then you can see this is the model level. This is the UI 3000. So go on. If I run this, since I have two models, the model is listing out here. Okay. So I can do the same thing. Okay. What is the pros and cons of day trading? Oh, you can see this looks like more like a chat GPT. You can keep all the histories will be there. Okay. So it's very cool, right? It is on your local. Okay. And let's take a reasoning of this one. Okay. I'm selecting the model. Okay. If I have two laptops and each laptop combined together $100, the thousand say $1,000, and my recent laptop is $300. Sorry, $100. How much my old laptop cost? So this is what it will happen. It do the thinking. Okay. So sorry, they're taking the old. Okay, equals to 6, but I'm not sure. See, this is just taking the old context, so we can have a new context and have this question. It is thinking like it's we are taking from the old context. So like this and a deep seek. So it do the proper thinking, break down the task, and giving us the response. So this is what the reasoning model do. Let us try the same thing with the model. It's a very simple use case, right? Let us see what the Ollama will, from the Llama model you can do with that. The reason I want to experiment this is so that I can, while I'm going and building an application, okay, this is how we do. But here, the step-by-step observation, how it is selected, why that costing is done. So including the cost, everything is this response is better. Okay. So is it cool to use a deep R1 for the reasoning? Complex reasoning. Here it is a simple reasoning. When come to the complex reasoning, it will be cool. Okay. Let us get into our real demo of the day. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to use the multi-agent workflow, and we are integrating Ollama, Llama, and DeepSeek onto the same workflow. We are doing some web scraping, and we see the workflow, how it is looking like um, in the LangSmith, which is observability from the from the Lang chain. Sorry, LangSmith is observability platform for any kind of development we do using a Lang chain or LangGraph. Let me get into the code. So this code, I will share it with you guys in the YouTube link. Let me zoom it a little bit. Let's see whether I can zoom view. It's I need to do the little zoom out. Okay, so let us go one by one. Of course, let me go here. I install all the libraries here. Then after that, I install the Ollama for the Python library. Then this is a LangChain API key I have added. Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna delete this one after the session. But how to create it is you can go to this LangChain website. Okay, LangChain. LangSmith login. Okay, go to the LangSmith and go to the settings, and you can create one API key and bring that API key here and update this API key. Okay. Then after that, reload this. It has come, sorry. So we install the library. Next, I want to test some use case about using a Ollama as a Python library. So I'm using a Llama model here, and I'm giving this a role. Why is stock? Why is I say that? I'm just saying why is stock market? I'm supposed to be about the stock market. Okay, let's run this. What to stock market? Give insight about the Indian stock market. If I run this, sometimes it take time. So, but when I'm running this command, it is using the Ollama, which is running on the laptop, and giving us a response. We are not hurting any. See, this is a response. We got it. Okay, fantastic. So it's a the equity market, BSE, Nifty 50, Nifty small cap. So look at it. So we have a rise in foreign portfolio investor. So it gives the complete details. And I'm running the same command using the DeepSeek model. I want to test the model using a Python library because I'm going to declare it in my application. So I did this. I find here it is really doing good. Okay, I find the Llama model is. I got some network connectivity issues. So I have explained that I ran this model from the Ollama from locally using a Python library. We asked some questions for the using a Llama model, and it responded. We got a response like that. Then did the same thing with the DeepSeek model, and I got a response. But I find it is more intuitive uh, and more accurate when I'm thinking on the Llama model. And then what I did is I given some complex use case, like in a manufacturing plant of cars, and we have the number of hours can we work, and how many units of the raw material we can have. And if it is working for a certain amount of hours, how much and this many raw material we have, how much we can have and productivity or what is the possible revenue we can do like that. So it ought to look at, and when I run this kind of questions to the DeepSeek model, it's properly reasoning the task and giving and thinking and giving the response. Okay, so this will be more robust and when if you're using a DeepSeek, the their flagship model, okay, which is comes with 600 plus million parameter. But whatever we are trying in a laptop, it is a local, it's a 1.5 million parameter. It is still doing good, okay. Then here, this is from here we are trying to do our use case, okay. So I'm imported the uh, LangGraph as well as a LangChain. So here I'm having two model. One is a Llama model, another one is a DeepSeek model. Let me do one thing here. Let me try the DeepSeek model here. Okay. So I will show you the difference. If I run this DeepSeek model here I have two use case. One for the analyzing what the use case we are trying to do is we are analyzing the financial data between ITC and HUL. Okay, and we are comparing the results. For the analyzing it, I'm keeping the DeepSeek model. For the comparison, I'm keeping the Llama model. Okay, so then here we are defining our agent state. Then we are scrapping the data. Just simply going to the money control website and taking the balance sheet of ITC and H in this on Unilever Limited. Then I'm here we are defining the workflow. First, it start with the scrapper, then analyzer, then comparator. Okay, so the entry point is scrapper. After the scrapper, the edge it is like a sequential one. So I ran this. Let us run this one by one. 26. Yeah, here 27. and Okay, here it started running. Okay, so it is. I'm clearly telling it need to be strictly in English. Okay. So what we are doing now, we can go to the LangSmith where we are keeping our APIs. So this is a project. Go back to the LangSmith. So click on it. This is a recent run. Okay. Click here. So I will see the first one is Scrapper. So it fetched the HTML and website, and it went to the website and scrapped the data. Then analyzer, it is input, we are giving the input from the scrapper as an input to the analyzer. So look at it. This is the response we are getting. It's still in a Chinese response. It's in the Chinese language. I don't know what is that. Then we have a comparator. For the comparator, the input is from the analyzer, but the response from the comparator is in English because we are using a Llama model from here. Okay. So if I go and check on this UI, so it give you the complete information here. Okay. Um, so ITC focus. Okay. So let's go to the UI and check. Okay, what is it? Sorry. So it is giving a comparison result here. But here it is not understanding the context. It is talking only about the website. You see, it is not talking about the financial result. It is talking about the how the website looks like. Okay, that is what I end up in. Then I changed the model little, changed the prompt little bit. Okay, here what I did is I changed. Okay, I ran this before also. Let me show you the example. Here one more time I ran before that. So which one I can show you, which is a little bit good. Sometime I ran on yesterday. So same thing. Right. Output is I just get a minute. I think I have to show you the other. Okay, let me go and check on other things. So here, then what I did is I changed this particular model to the llama. Okay. Here, I changed the model to the llama, and let's run the same thing again. So if I click on it, here the input for the scrapper is this is the website, to website it had taken. And for the analyzer, this is the input from the analyzer. Uh, we are waiting for the response. Let's wait for a response. It takes some time. So I like this tool so much. Like it will give you the complete uh, observability about our large language model. Sorry, observability about our a application what we build. It's a very simple thing we are doing, but if in a complex application, it becomes very handy. Let's wait for some time. Analyzer, then comparator. If we come to the response, make a response came. Okay, the response came already. Let us see. Still the generation is happening. Range. I tested this one before. Right. So before that, I was testing this. So look at it. This is the response that we got it before. So based on the insight provided, I'll compare the financial results of ITC India and Hindustan Unilever, and both are well-result company, and it given the financial metrics. So uh, what I want to explain this was when you are using a DeepSeek model, we don't know what is happening, what is it, how it is reasoning behind it. Okay, so that's where I just thought, let's go back. I want to see how it is reasoning. I want to use a LangSmith and see how it is thinking, but I find it is going in a Chinese. Then I taken the route of testing with the Llama model. Anybody who are trying out with this, using a DeepSeek model for the reasoning and using a LangSmith, if you guys have a better visualizations or better insights, please share it. Okay. So that's all I have from my side. Yeah. And cool feature is you can print the graph, whatever we have, and the graph will be look like this. We see this. If it's a LangGraph platform, if you're using, you can do it. But I try this from here. So that's all I have from my demo. So just a quick summary of what we have done today is we have touched upon what is Ollama and what is the Ollama WebUI, where you can have uh, testing in the Ollama WebUI. You guys can do some prompt testing as a playground. Then you can install the Ollama and WebUI using this simple three-step instruction. Then this is what we are trying. We created a multi-graph one where it is analyzing two companies based on their financial sheet, balance sheet, which taken from the money control. Then we are able to uh, observe how it is reasoning it, how what is a step each in a LangGraph workflow, how it is taking each step and making a decision. Okay. So that's all, guys. That's all I want to share. Thanks for joining for today's session. Stay connected and feel free to share your feedback. Have a great day. I'm looking forward to a future session with the Data Labs in very soon. Thank you. Have a great day.